some travel issues, so I decided to step in and give you what I got. Right? There you go. Right. So this is Drupal 7 End of Life. Just a little recap. Y'all know it's coming, and the Hero Dev Scanner module. So, not Allison Vorthman, not a senior software engineer, but my name's Hayden Baillio. I'm head of marketing at Hero Devs. But what is Hero Devs? Real quick, I just want to go over Hero Devs because I don't know if everybody knows what we do. And so basically, we are secure drop-in replacements for your favorite open source software. But really, we're like a nursing home for old open source software, right? That's what we do. We're a hospice. We keep it alive. But at the end of the day, we do that, and it's needed. And so we started in the JavaScript framework, as you'll see. These are just some of the products that we have. And as a big end-of-life moment comes for something like Drupal 7, we step in and we say, okay, hey, we've been doing this now in the JavaScript world, in the front-end space. Starting in AngularJS, we moved to all these new products. We're about to add about 35 more products in the JS space now. We just had this big partnership agreement with OpenJS Foundation. And so can we come in here, Drupal, and make sure you don't kick the bucket any further by offering a real commercial solution for like end of life? So that's who we are. That's not supposed to look like that. But basically, there we go. Okay, well, it was going to say 365, right? Which is an easy number to guess what that means, right? How many days in a year, right? That's also, we've had a lot of conversations now. Even though we're kind of new to the Drupalverse, we've had a lot of conversations with people that are on Drupal 7 still. And a lot of times, the question mark is like, how long did it take for you to do your migration, or how long has it taken, or what do you project? And oftentimes, I think the average is around a year. But you know, that ranges from like 9 months to 18 plus months, depending on complexity and number of sites and all the things that I'm sure y'all are aware of. The next number was 204. And that was going to be how many days there are until end of life for Drupal 7, right? And I was going to ask y'all this cool question like, hey, who of y'all are like an AI robot that Elon Musk already made, right? And y'all can work 24/7. Because if you can't, then really the next number is 165, which is you take those 204 and you don't work on the weekends, right? So there's 165 days left. Let's say that you're also got, you know, other things to work on at work and you can't spend 8 hours a day for 165 days. So that last number was 124, just 3 weeks of vacation or holidays or whatever. So that is the number of days left, business days left, to really migrate a site now, you know? So it's a crazy kind of thought process. And I'm sure if there's anybody here that's in the current migration or hasn't started, you know, there's a very real possibility that you might not get done in time. That being said, you have 3 options. I even used the French word, right? Wow. Right? So, you know, I'm cultured now. I'm from Austin, Texas, by the way, y'all. So my French is rusty. Croissant, you know, stuff like that. Migrate, commercial long-term support, or do nothing. Once again, these were supposed to be one after the other. So something happened. But regardless, though, migrate is always the best choice. It's the best thing to do for your company. It's the best thing to do for your patrons or customers or clients. It's always best to evolve with the web. But we built a whole business on end of life, right? And the fact that it's not always feasible to do it by the deadline of some person, potentially, you know, you have Drupal Association at, you know, in the Drupal sphere, and so they can at least guide that deadline. But at the end of the day, like a lot of frameworks that we've worked with, it's a guy in Nebraska that made a framework that became really popular, and now he wants to go to version 16, and everybody's stuck on 15, right? And so you can't always you can't always work within that time frame. You have other roadmap priorities and feature enhancements. And so commercial long-term support, in this case, really commercial long-term security support is what Hero Devs offers. And it's one of those things that is the second option now. And then you could do nothing, which is obviously an option, but not the proper option for various reasons, mainly because y'all have all of these amazing regulatory compliance bodies in Canada like we do in the US, like FedRAMP and HIPAA in the US, or PCI DSS, which passes into Canada, right? If you're running Drupal Commerce and you need to be compliant and be on vendor-supported software. So there's a lot of reasons not to do nothing, but if you are trying to do long-term support or do nothing, I have something for you. We've been trying to give back a lot to Drupal. We've been doing a lot of contributions through our contractors that we work with. We try to do that with every open source technology that we go into. And so I wanted to introduce y'all to the HeroDev Scanner module. It is going to be officially available July 1st. This is for D7 sites that are still running on D7 and have modules. And this is going to help scan all the modules plus your core. And if we have issued a security advisory out to that particular module, which we are covering all modules, all 11,000 modules, right? We are covering 11,000 contrib modules. And so if we have a security advisory or we found a security issue, it's going to pop up and it's going to say, hey, we found an issue in here, contact us, or here's your JSON type of thing. So I'm going to go run through that real quick. I don't have a lot of time today. Just check, 6 minutes, okay. So basic D7 site, right? It's beautiful, right? But basically, though, once you install the module, you're going to go up there to reports. You're going to see this HeroDevs, get a HeroDevs report about your installed modules and themes. You're going to click there, and it's going to pop up a nice little thing like this. This is dummy data, so it's actually going to look a little bit different. In fact, every module is essentially going to say unsupported come January 5th. So we're doing this for, essentially for just showing purposes. But you'll be able to see, the modules that you have. You'll be able to see if we've issued a security advisory for it. We'll have general information as well on this little report. We try to be as transparent as possible with what we're pulling from the report from the site. And then you'll see down here there's user data. If you go to the settings, up at the top of the module, you'll be able to plug in your email, and notes, and then you'll be able to save that, and we'll come back down here. That'll all be saved, and you can send it straight to HeroDevs, or you can export that data as a JSON and send it manually, which is what the JSON file looks like. Now, I know this isn't the most eventful talk that you've had all day, right? And I got 10 minutes to do it. That is my last slide, well, besides this one. But I would like to open it up to any questions that might be around D7 never-ending support that we're offering, or what we're doing for modules or whatever. I will answer to the best of my ability, and I know some good engineers that I can push you off to if I can't answer it. So, yeah, any questions? Yeah, Matt?
11,000 modules, are you waiting for bug reports before you go? What's your process for flagging something as insecure?
Yeah, I think I can answer this pretty well. Yeah, essentially, we're going to offer support for all 11,000, but it is one of those things where it's like you don't need to support something until you need to support something, right? So whether it's a bug, and we're going to be constantly testing, but we're trying to work with the module maintainers that actually created the modules to when a security incident comes in, we can say, hey, you want to fix this, we'll pay you to fix this, and we can provide that fix out to our clients. But yeah, I think at this point, the top site that we've had is 200 modules and then several custom modules. Obviously, we don't support custom modules, but anything that is a contrib module, we're going to be supporting. So I think right now our total list right now is of companies that have came in and said, hey, I have these modules, is around 500. And so we actively are looking at those 500 modules, and as more clients come in, we'll continue to add to that if they have other modules that are needed to be kind of figured out. But yeah, I mean, the truth is that we don't need to support the module until it needs to be supported, I guess. So we will fork it, or we will work with the maintainer to fix whatever, if that's an option. But when that time comes and a bug is found or compatibility issue with a modern browser or PHP, we also are partnering with Zend to provide PHP support so that, Drupal 7 can run on PHP 8 and 9 eventually. Yeah.
Can you say some more about that PHP support? And if I have a bunch of custom modules, is there anything you can help with?
We don't like to get into people's code. So custom module-wise, we'll never support custom modules. that's on you. But all contrib modules, the PHP support, like I said, that's just kind of Zend official. So we're just reselling Zend PHP support, and I can't really speak more to that honestly at this point. But I invite you to scan the QR code and go to the page. But yeah, nothing more that I can tell you about Zend besides that we offer it. We'll offer support for like versions 8 right now, or like all modern versions right now. You'll be able to update your site to modern PHP, and you will be able to run D7 on newer versions of PHP. Yeah, so you're not stuck on any kind of old version of PHP as well. Yes, Simon?
So obviously there's nothing to fix until there's something to fix.
Yeah.
Are you going to wait until the community gets out, that security researcher flag you that there's a security issue, or are you going to have some kind of proactive process?
Yeah, we do routine scanning in every single thing that we have long-term support, like a never-ending support product. Right? We always do proactive scanning. And I hate to use the word proactive. I think if my legal team was here, he'd be like, don't use the word proactive. But like at the end of the day, we do routine scanning in all of our products. And so when we find something, we're also actively, testing the platforms as well. But as a new browser update comes out, like we're right there with it. But yeah, routine scanning for sure. We're not going to just rely on the community. But if the community comes with us, yeah, we're going to address it.
So then it might be a case where you find something and fix it and ship it without any external input.
Absolutely, yeah. Which is how it's worked right now with almost all of our products. Like a lot of people aren't looking for said, these issues now, and so we're looking for them.
So in a case where a contrib module also exists for a supported version of Drupal, and a security issue is found, will you check to see if there's a backport to patch that's required? Like if the problem is still also...
It's a really good question, Matt.
Don't know. Okay.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'll try to figure it out for you. Yeah, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Yeah. Anything less technical? Just the marketing guy, right? But well, anyways, if there's no more questions, I really appreciate you coming. Feel free, if you're still on D7 or if you have people on D7. Simon? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Non-technical question.
Yeah.
How much does it cost?
How much does it cost? Yeah. So we have a pricing structure that's like basically based on site and developers. So like how many sites you have and how many developers are will actively be like needing to access the repository, right? So it varies based on the complexity of your site. Yeah, I would say that it's a fraction of the price of migrating, though. Yeah. Anything else? We're good? All right, thanks for coming, y'all. I really appreciate it.